We've added a new function to JCB which allows you to add a field to a view without adding the field to the database. Now, when will that be useful? Usually when you have a field which maybe is getting data from another table and you want to actually change the behavior on the page based on the data selected, but that selection itself isn't relevant. Or when you want to actually combine two fields as one in the database, then you could have both fields on the page, and on submission in your save area in the admin view, you can add some custom PHP script to take the value from that other field and actually save it in to this field that you intend to combine the two values. And so you don't want both values to be stored in the database. Or the other option is you have fields on a page which actually only gets used to generate data in another table. So when you save that item, it takes those values, put it into the other table, and basically leaves just one value in this table, which next time you open it up, all those fields are hidden based on that value selection, something like that. So it's really got multiple implementations and sort of helps you to get a subform on the page or any kind of other field type to be able to use it once use it within your custom scripting, either in JavaScript or in PHP. Now previously this wasn't possible. If you add a field to a view, it's always going to get stored into the database. But now if you go to admin views and you let's take one that has this function going. We use the admin view fields. So you'll see that this new feature is replaced your admin view list option, because now you got show in list and then you have the default, which was the previous check or uncheck option, which basically is 1 and 0. But now you've got a third one which is called NoDB. Now I have a field called not required, which basically is what you would usually add if you are using conditional JCB's internal conditional option, and you have fields that actually are required, but within certain criteria those fields are hidden and obviously they're not required. Then I'm using this not required field to basically store some values with JavaScript that upon submission it adapts the validation on the server side. Now I don't really want that value in the database, so I'm using this non-DB option. Now if you change any other field, I'm just going to do the demonstration. Obviously I do want this field in the database, but just to sort of show you, if you select no DB, it will automatically give you this notice, basically these two notices. The one saying the non-DB option will remove this field from being saved in the database, and then this one, only use the non-DB option if you are planning on targeting this field with JavaScript or custom PHP to move its value into another field that does get saved to the database in one form or another. Basically saying to you that if you use this value, we're not going to store whatever is placed in it in the database for you. You'll need to manually do that. So that's really why it's there. It's really for customization to your component's behavior. And so you'll see that it also clears out all your selections, because none of these features will be available to this field, because this field after saving dumps its value and it doesn't exist unless you grab it and use it into your script. Okay, so if you use the list option, we now have this automated counter adding. So every time you do that, it counts all the fields that are available already in your script, and then it adds the next logic number. But anyway, that's beyond of what I'm actually explaining or demonstrating. So for now, our purpose here is to show you that there is a new NoDB field behavior, which some of you have been requesting, and I've also needed it in the past. So it's available now. You can try it out, play with it, and of course, if it doesn't make sense to you, just don't use it. Okay, well, thanks for watching.